Now we're looking at production in the long run. We know that in the long run, all factors, including capital, are variable. And so production a function is Q equals the F over L and K. So because all factors are variable, the long run production function shows the most efficient way of producing any level of output. And the book explains that. It shows they talk about a secretarial firm that does typing, that they are able to hire typists for labor and personal computers for capital that the typists use. And so the firm has just enough business for one typist and one PC to keep it busy for a day. Say that and then say that that's 5 documents. Now, suppose that the firm receives a rush order from a good customer for 10 documents tomorrow. And ideally, the firm would like to use 2 typists and 2 PCs in order to produce twice the output. However, in the short run, the firm has fixed capital. They only have the one PC, so they're not able to hire to do that. So in the short run, the only variable factor is labor. So the only way the firm can produce more output would be by hiring an additional worker. They could work that PC an additional shift. And so what could the second worker do? What can they contribute to the firm? Perhaps they can answer the phone, which is a major impediment of completing the typing assignment. Or what about a third worker? Perhaps the third worker could bring coffee to the first 2 workers. You could see both total product and marginal product of the firm above. Now, here's something to think about. At what point, after how many workers does the diminishing marginal productivity kick in, and more importantly, why? And we talked about this previously. So in this example, marginal productivity starts to decline after the second worker. This is because capital is fixed. The production process of typing works best with one worker and one PC. If we add more than one typist, you get seriously diminishing marginal productivity because they're not able to do that. Now, if they had, say that, consider the long run, suppose the firm demand increased to 15 documents a day. What might a firm do to operate more efficiently? If the demand had tripled, the firm could acquire 2 more PCs, which would give us a new short run production that we see in the table 7.12 in the text. Now, with more capital, the firm could hire 3 workers before diminishing productivity comes into effect. More generally, because all factors are variable, the long run production function shows the most efficient way for the varying levels. So they're just saying that obviously if they only have one computer, then it doesn't make sense to hire more than one typist to operate that. But once you get to a certain point, you have more capital, then you're able then to hire more workers.